Alright, so today we are going to learn about block, what is block and how to create the block, and how to save it as a separate DWG file as well. I'm going to share this knowledge with you, and about attribute and converting the block and attribute and use that as a title block. So let's start. So about block is the option with which you combine all the multiple objects as a single object and you name it and you store it. Okay, so you can store within this DWG file, or you can store it as a separate DWG file so that you can use that separate DWG file within any DWG file within any project you can use later. So about that, let me show you that if you have any uh, door plan symbol, so let me create one. Before that, let me set the unit, UN, enter unit. Here you can go for millimeters. Okay, suppose there is inches, and inches is there, everything is there. So suppose it is like that, and you directly can go to also DWG units, DWG unit, and there also you can specify 3 as millimeter and linear display format 2, display precision 2 digit, and scale object from other drawing upon insert, yes, and match insertion unit to drawing units, yes, and scale objects in current drawing, let's go for yes, and include paper object, include objects in paper space, obviously yes. Then you can go and check. Here it is changed, the insertion units is changed. All right, so there you can see. Okay, so we have set our unit. Right now let's go for this, or you can create with polyline. So let me create with polyline there, and here I'm going to define the length as 75, enter, then there, and there 25, and there 25, and let me close it. Okay, and now what I'll do is I will copy it. Okay, so let me copy, select, right click, specify the base point. So the panel length will be like 1200. So here I will place 1275, enter, escape, and at 1275 it is placed. So okay, so it will not be placed at it will not be copied, or else after that you can also mirror this one. So you can go for mirror like this. You want to erase the source object, obviously yes. Okay, now you can check the distance from this point to this point, that is 1200. Why I have placed the distance 1275? Because I have taken this as a base point. So from this point to this point is 75. So from this point to this point, obviously it will be 1275, right? Okay, now let me go with this, and now let me define at the rate 25 comma 1200, enter. Right, so that is our door panel. Right, let me check the distance. That is 1200, that is fine. Okay, okay, so from here it will be 1250, right? Because from this point it is 12, uh, from this point it is 1200, but from this point it will be 1225 and plus 25, so total will be 1250. So you can come to this point, you select this one, and you can go for this stretch there. You can go for stretch, and you choose this ortho mode, and there you can stretch 50 more, enter. Okay, fine. All right, fine. Now let's go for this circle there, and from this point to this point. And now let me go for trim. Let me trim this part, and let me trim this part. Okay, and here you can see that this as a different object, all are different object, right? All are as an individual object. So we have this much of multiple objects. So when I'm going to select this door, I have to select this and this and this way I have to select this door symbol. So this is not this is shouldn't be like that. A plan door plan symbol means the whole thing should come together, right? So then you make it block, you convert it as a single object, and you name it, and then you store it. Okay, so you can make it simple door block as well, like simply you can go for a simple line, like you can go for 75 there, enter. You can copy this one, like 1200, enter. 1200, and you can go for either circle or arc, like let's go for start, center, end. So this will be your start, this will be your center, and there it will be end. So like this you can create a door plan symbol. So then what you do is you go for create block. So this is the option, or you can type b enter, b enter for block. Okay, so click on this icon, then you have to select all your objects. So to get the option for your selection, you click on this icon, and then you select all of these multiple objects. Your selection is done, you press enter, and then you give a pick point. So with this point you pick this object, and with this point you will insert it within your drawing, and you give it a name like D1 or door, right? And here you can see that this is your block unit. Okay, so if you want to change your block unit, you can change it. So now here you see that one option is there, allow exploding. So if you uncheck this option, so you cannot explode it, you cannot get back. If you want to have as a multiple objects, you cannot get back your multiple objects, your arc, uh, your lines, you cannot get it back. So if you uncheck that, so no one can explode it. Okay, so it's better when you are sharing your file with any other person. So at that point of time you uncheck this one, so that person cannot be able to explode it. Now we need it. And now you see that we have three options: retain, convert to block, and delete. If you go for retain, that means you are retaining your source as multiple objects, but you are storing it. And if you go for convert to block, you will convert your source as a block and you will store it. And if you go for delete, so your source will be deleted, but the block will be stored. Okay, so whatever is your requirement, you go for that. Let's go for retain, and let me show you. Click on OK. And for now, I'm going to uncheck this open in block editor. Right now, I'm not going to open. Click on OK. So this is done. And now you see that this has a line, this as a arc, and these two as a line. But we have stored it. You see this one is stored. Previously I showed you that there was nothing, and right now we have this door. And with this point I'm inserting it. Let me insert it here. And if I click anywhere, the whole door plan symbol will be selected. So we have converted as a block. You can go for control 1, and all the properties for that, color, layer, line type, these things you can change. Okay, so there you can see that this is a block unit. You can check it after that also. And from here you can rotate. If you want to rotate again, like 45-degree, you want to rotate like this, you can rotate. Fine. Now what is other benefit of creating block? So you just not only have converted this as a single object, but you have uh, stored other doors. You have that flexibility, like you this door has the length of 1200 mm, but you can convert this uh, as 900 mm door, right? So how you can do that? So while inserting this one, just focus on this command line window, that there is an option scale, and that is for overall scale. Okay, that is for overall scale. But if you want to scale uh, on specific axis, like on x direction you want to scale, on y direction you want to scale, then you go for this x, y, and z. And here also you have this rotate option. Here you can go for explode. Here you can repeat this insertion block. So after placing it, you can repeat uh, like this. You can continue placing it, repeating option like this. Now let me show you with the scale. So the scale will be on x and y direction. So I will go for this option scale. So What will be the scale factor? Can anybody answer this? What will be the scale factor? If I want to convert it as a 900 door, so what will be the scale factor? Hello?
I don't know, sir.
Okay. So here comes the concept of RF, reference factor. So the reference factor is the ratio between your drawing unit and actual unit. So the actual length is your 1200, right? And you are going to draw it as 900 mm. Now you remember. So here what you have to do is it will be like your drawing length by actual length. Okay. So your drawing length is 1200 and 1200 by 900. You have to give that value here. So uh, your drawing length is 900 divided by 1200. So let me calculate 900 divided by 1200. So 0.75 will be the factor, 0.75, and you press enter, and now you place it. And now let me show you the distance from this to this is 900. Okay, so this is how you can change the length for your scale. Suppose you have now you have stored a window. So for that, let me give at the rate uh, say 1050 comma minus 250. Let me explode this. And going for offset, so offset will be 25. Suppose this is your window symbol there. Okay, and you convert it as a block. B, enter, select object, select this object, enter. Okay, and there you can go for it. Okay, so before that, let me show you that you go for this by block, this as a by block, this as by block right now. Okay, now we are going to convert it as a block. So I have already selected. After selecting, if you go for block, so you don't have to select again. So the selection is done, and now you go for pick point. So you can specify this as a pick point or this as a pick point, because this is window you will be placing with this point, and then you can name it window, and the block unit is millimeter, and we are going to convert it to block here, and let's go for okay. Now if you are inserting, and here you will not be scaling it overall, because this will be the same, this width will be the same, but the length will be decreased or increased. So this will be scaled in x direction, right? So you go for this x, and there what I have told you, that your drawing length by actual length. So what will be your drawing length? That is suppose let's assume 600 by your actual length, that is your 1050, I guess, right? Let me check. is 1050. So while inserting it, you go for X. The scale factor will be the drawing length by actual length. Okay, and you place it, and there you can check the distance. Right now this is 600. Okay, so you not only store multiple objects, you also comprise all the other blocks. Suppose you you had to create this also and this also for each and every length. You will be uh, you had to create all of them, right? But if you go for this block, so you not only create only one, but you also comprise all the other objects with that particular block. Okay, so that is the function for your block, and we have more flexibility for block. So I will come on that part obviously. Now let me just tell you that this is stored within this DWG file, within this drawing one. Okay, now let me go for save. If I go for save, let me save in the desktop, and here let me go for block example, and as this file, let me save it. Okay, we can access it as AutoCAD web. So we have this option. Okay, you can save it to web and mobile, and then you can access it. When you will be opening it, open from web and mobile, you can do that. Now if you want to have that block within any other DWG file, so what you should do, you have to open AutoCAD library. So for that we have the shortcut, that is Control 2, or AutoCAD Design Center you can say. So here you have to open that file. Let me go to desktop, and there you open this file, go for open. So here you can access your blocks. So these are the two blocks which is saved. Right now you want to only have window, this one you want to have. So before that you can check what is the insertion unit there, otherwise it will be scaled. So you can check the unit over there. Let me not change the unit, let me insert it over here. Okay, so this how you can access, right? You just simply drag and drop. All right, now not only this block, you can access other files. Let me open it again. Not only this block, you can access layers from this file. From that file you can insert layers, you can insert text style, you can insert all of this, line types, table styles, layout. So these things also you can insert within other DWG file. Okay, that is the option Design Center. So what is the shortcut? Control 2 is the shortcut for Design Center. Now if you save this one is available right now, and if you want to save it as a separate DWG file, so that you also can do. So for that we have W block, that is write block, WRITE, write block. So you can go for entire drawing or any specific block if it is there. So you can choose block, or you are going to create from the beginning, like you have just created your objects, so you have to do the same things. So for that you just select objects, and you select all your objects and you specify pick point, and after that you go for your file name and path where it will be saved. Now let's go for your entire drawing or block, and there you can go for window, and let me save it in desktop. Go for desktop, and there I will be saving it as window, and the insertion unit will be millimeter. I don't want to change it, and let me go for okay. All right, and here if you come here, and how you can insert it, so you come to this insert tab there, and there you can go for this block from libraries there, and you can come to desktop and window.dwg, open it, and this is right now being loaded. Just wait for it, or you can come to this attach option also. Okay, so what will be the file type? File type will be dwg file. Go for dwg and you choose this, and you can insert it. Okay, so with this attach option, you attach it as a reference file. Right now you have attached, but this is right now as a reference file. So what you have to do is you have to open the external reference manager option. So I'll come on this part again. So you select this one, and right click, and you have to go for this bind option, and you click on OK. So right now it is present within this drawing as a part of this drawing file. Okay, better you go for this insert and blocks from libraries, and there you can have it as a block. Okay, and this is also a block reference right now. So if you go for this attach, you have to do extra steps. That is the difference. You can have this. So this how we will be creating our blocks, and after that, after creating your block, if you need to edit it, suppose you want to add any object there, or you want to remove any object there, so that you also can do. So for that you have this block editor option. You open this block editor option, and there you open either door or either window. So let me go for this door and click OK, and there if you want to remove this one or these two part or these two line, suppose you simply delete it here, and you close this block editor, and you save the changes to door, and now you open this, insert this door, and there you can see you just only have this one, right? So that's how you can come to this block editor, and here you can, let me go for add line. L first point will be 0, 0, and this will be the second point, and let me select it, select this point, space bar, copy, and let me copy it here. Okay, and again you can go for save, close to block editor, and here you can see that is your door now, door block. Okay, now let me show you this one. Now let me open this as a in block editor option. this, let me do this to as by block also. Now let me open this in block editor and click on OK. And if you select this one and if you go for control 1, there you can see that this is these objects are also in by block, right? You can come to this option there, and there you can go for layer. You can change again. Here you can change the layer. Suppose you are going to create any new layer there, or window, like window. Okay, so you can have that selected, and there you can change the layer as well. Like this you can change the layer. Okay, and you can go for save changes to window, and there you can see that this is still as 0 layer, right? This is still as 0 layer. This one is by layer, and if you go for this one, this is window right now. And now if you let me change it to window again, so here you can see that as because this is set as by block right now, and you are creating you are defining with another one, so it's not going to be changed there. If you go make it again by layer, so that will be visible. Okay, all the things you make it as a by layer like this, have it. Okay, so you can have it as a by block. You don't want to apply, come to this one. This object are assigned with this, and there you can, let me change it to this one, to by layer and to by layer. And now let me go for close block editor, save the changes to window, and that is even by block, but it is right now visible. Okay, within this window. Even if you go for any other layer, even if you go for any other layer, so that will be fixed. Okay, that is defined by block, means within this block you have defined this will be the, like this will be the layer for this object. Okay, let me again show you, like you have created any other particular layer, red, and let me go with this red, click OK, or this one, click OK. And now let me go with this red, and this will be by block, this will be by block, by block, no sorry, this will be by layer. Over here it will be by layer, it will be by layer, and you go for close block editor, save to changes, and now you can see that even if you are trying to change any particular layer for this will not be applicable here right now, even if you are trying to change. Okay, So now let me go for this bilayer again. And if I go for bilayer, it will not be changed with this window. You see, even if you are changing it to another one, so that is defined within the block. Okay, so this how you can define your layers for your block objects. Okay, now let me open this door one for what I say is dynamic block. Let me show you how we can create dynamic block. uh, Click OK, and here you can see we have this one, right? So let me copy this one so I can insert this one for later purpose. What we can do is we can flip it around. Okay, so like this, if you want to flip it, so let me place it in the midpoint over there. So the position will not be changed from this midpoint. So here you can see that I don't have any line or anything so that I can find out any midpoint, but without drawing any line I can find out. So I will hold the shift button and right click, and there I have mid between 2 points. So this will be the 2 points, first points and second point, and it is connected on the midpoint. And now this will be the flip axis, and you place a label. Let me place it, and your flip parameter is placed. So this is parameter. Under this parameter tab, and you have this block authoring palette. If you don't have this block authoring palette, you can have it from this option, authoring palette. And after placing your parameter, you will be providing action. So as per the parameter, you have to provide action. So let's go for flip, and this will be the parameter. Then you select objects. Let me select these objects and enter. Now you see that that yellow exclamation symbol has been changed with it, with this flip symbol. Now that means that flip action is successfully applied. Now you can go for test block. You can test the block, so you can see that we can flip. Close the text block option. Okay, so here we are. We can again go for flip. Go to this parameter, go for flip, and again you uh, sorry, flip, hold shift and right click mid between 2 points, first point and second point, and there in this direction it will be the axis, and you can place anywhere as label. And then again go for action, go to flip, and you select the parameter, and then you select the parameter, and then you select the object. Enter. You can go for test block. Just a second, let me close this test block. Now let me go for test block there, and let me check Okay, so here we can do this, do like this. Okay, we have some other parameters. All right, like we can go for this visibility option, like this one. We can go for visibility here. So let me rename it. You can right click and you can go for this rename parameter there, and here let me type opening. All right, so now you see this visibility state is right now active. Come to this visibility state. Right now this is the visibility state 0. You can rename it, like let me rename it to 90°. Okay, and at this visibility state these are the object will be visible. Now let me go for new, and there let me type like 30°. And if you want to hide, here you can go for hide. So I want to customize how many objects I want to hide, so I will leave the visibility as per the existing unchanged. So let's click on OK, and you can move this up over there, and let me click on OK here. And what I'll do is I will select this object like this. Select this object. I will delete it. Okay, and suppose I have this 30° drawing copied. Suppose like this, I will be pasting it over there. Okay, like this I will be pasting it. So before placing it, let me go for RO, rotate, select it, enter. At this point I will give -60, enter, go for trim. Yes. Suppose I had copied this one, let me go for move this point, and I'll place at 0, 0, enter. What has happened? Okay, so as because this dynamic input was there, aim enter this, and then 0, 0. Okay, now again you have to define this object for your flip parameters. Okay, again come to this action, and you go for this flip. Let me select this flip state, and then you select this object, enter. Now flip, this will be the parameter, and then you select the objects, enter. Okay, and you go for test block there, you select it, and there you can go for 90°. So just a minute, let me check what I have done wrong. So here it is 30°, and if I go for 90°, so there I had deleted, no problem. So I forgot that I had deleted there. Let me place at 0, 0, enter. And here I have, I think, let me go to this action delete action selection set and modify selection set, so that I can confirm that these objects are selected. And let me add these objects to the selection, and enter. And for this flip state 2, flip 3. Let me go for this. Flip 3, modify selection set. I'll be selecting this object, enter. And if you go for 30° and there you see and 90° it is available, you can go for test block now. Let me go for this. So this is properly applicable. Now let me go for 90°. Yes. All right. So you can convert your normal simple block as a dynamic block. Now let me close this. Okay. You can define other base point. We have picked this point, right? So that is the base point. You can change the base point. Suppose you need to place with this point, so you can define that as a base point. Okay. We have this alignment option available. So let me go for this alignment there. And now let me go for close test block. Okay. Now suppose I have one wall at placed at angle. So if I go for this door and let me place it. Okay. So now you can see that I cannot align with this angle. At this angle I cannot place. So what I have to do is I have to rotate it. I have to rotate like this, right? But that will be one extra step that I don't want to do it. So for that, what I should do is I have to open it in the block editor there, and at the 90° it is placed, but at the 30° it is not placed. So in 30° also I have to place that alignment option. So here let me go with this alignment, and the alignment direction, let me go with this, and let me close this block editor there, and let me go for the save changes. Let me delete this one and let me insert this, and now you can see that it's being aligned. Okay, and go for 90 degrees. All right, so this how we will be creating our block, dynamic block. We will store it as a separate DWG file. All right, just give me a second. Let me take a break. Okay, so now we are going to know about attributes. So here you can see that when we are applying block, we are storing objects. Any drawing objects, we are storing it. We can change it. But suppose if I need to store any data, and that will be variable that can be changed further. So for that we have attribute option. So before that, let me draw one table there, or uh, Let me draw one table with this. Like this. I'm going to do it randomly so that I can make it quick. And let me explode it. Enter. And here let me go with the divide option. So I will divide this one, number of segments will be 4. Enter. And there you can see some dots. So let me change with the point style this one so that it is visible. And now let me go with this copy. And now let me divide this one. So div, so it will equally divide that object. Select this and you give number of segments. So number of segments will be 6. There you can see. And now let me go for copy this one, enter, and this will be the base point. And then I will go for array and number of items you need 6, enter, and this will be the second point, and you're done. And now let me go with the quick select, QS enter, and then here you define point in entire drawing. You click on OK, all the points are selected, you delete it. Now let me go for trim. This one I will trim it, this one I will trim, and this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, so we have created one table, and within this table all the data which are fixed we will create with text, and all the data which are variable we will create with attributes. All right, so at the top we will place project name. So the project name will be variable for all the different projects, right? So we will place attribute there, att enter for attribute, and there we have 3 values: tag, prompt, and default. So we will put some values in tag, prompt, and default, but whenever it is as a simple attribute you can see the tag value, and when you convert it as a block you can see the default value, and only the default value is changeable. Only the default value is changeable. All right. And what is prompt? Prompt will be the definition for default. So you have to name, or you have to put the values so that you can identify which one as a definition. All right, suppose let me show you here. Project name, and there you can, and one thing I forgot to mention, that within this tag space is not allowed, so you can give underscore. And in prompt what I should mention, that is like project name, okay, and in the default you can mention any name. Let me go with XXXXXX. Okay. And about the text, what will be the text height, what will be the rotation, so there you can define. We can define this later as well, so let me go with this, and here you can see this is too small, right? So you can see this one is the tag, and this is the prompt, and this is the default when you double click on it. So you can edit this one, like this. We'll change it later. And here we will define like let me go with this one. What will be the value? Like, let me name. Here you can come and change it again. Let me go for 250. Okay, and there you can change it like this. So you can go for ATT, and there let me go for 2D drawing, 2D plan, and elevation. Or there you can go for X. All right, and the text height, let me go for 250 now. Click on OK and let me place it here. Okay, and after that, after placing like this, after filling all these blanks this way, you can convert it as a block. Select object, so all this object will be selected, enter, and then you give the name like title block, give a pick point. So this one will be the pick point. Okay, and the block unit is millimeter. Everything is okay, everything is fine. Now let me go for this. Okay, and there you can see right now we got this option. So this is your prompt which I have written, sheet name as per the view. So there you can mention 3D and full name for the project. There you can mention. Okay, let me go for okay, and there you can see. Now you need to change the height for that attribute. So for that you will go with EATT edit, enhance attribute edit, enhance ATT attribute edit, enhance attribute edit, and then you select this block, and then which one you need to change, this one, project name, and then you come to this text option, and there you can change the height like 250. Click on OK, and there you can see. All right, again you can go for enter. So when you press enter, the last command will be activated. Select the block. So for this option you can change the text, and if you want to change the layer like this, you want to change the layer, you can change it. You can change the color also. You want to override the color like this, you can also do that. Okay, you can do these changes over there. All right, and after creating this one, what you will do is you will be placing here. Okay, you will be placing here. So we'll go with mview there, or you can create one like this, one viewport like this. There you can place one viewport, and then what you do is, let me show you viewports. We have one option that is viewports, and we need single viewport. Their setup is 2D, and current view visual style is 2D wireframe. That is okay, and click on OK, and let me go with the fit. So within this printable area, it will be fit. Okay, now come to this model space there. Let me delete it, and let me have some other things. Let me have a circle there. Let me come to this. So if I double click on it, this area will be model space right now, and yes, I can off the grid. Double click outside, it will be paper space again. And now if I want to insert this title block, I can insert it here. So this is right now it's too bigger than my page size. I had to check this about this title block. So whenever you insert your title block, this edit attribute window will pop up. Now let me check the dimension from this to this. So this is too much. Okay, 1500 millimeter. So you can also decrease it. So what is the size, what is the paper size right now? So as per that you can do this changes, or else what you can do is, while inserting here, you can scale it, right? So you can scale your drawing unit by your actual unit. So drawing length will be like, let me go for 150 divided by 15006, enter, and now you can see, you can place it over there. Click on OK, and let me come to model space and let me delete it from here, and here you have placed your title block. Okay, and there you can change this one, this properties, this text option, there you can change it. So this is also scaled. So right now this is also scaled, and this one, let me check this one. So let me copy this, Control C, copy. Let me select this one, come to this, and let me paste it over there and apply, and okay, fine. So this how we'll be adding a title block. We'll be creating our title blocks. Okay, and if you want to scale it again, so you can go for this scale, and there you want to make it half, so you can go for 0.5. all right, there, like this you can do it. So this how you will be creating with block and attribute, and you will be placing on your sheet. I hope this is clear till now. So I'm ending the class here.